till the kingdom comes. What is happening is is horrible injustice happening every single day. They're taking people, strip them up, saying them that they're Hamas. You have like an 11-person being killed every hour. You have 247 person being killed every day. That is in 5 days. That is 1,400 people that were killed on this October 7th. You have 30,000 people. And the thing is, when you say 20,000, 30,000, numbers don't don't mean anything anymore. If I told you 1 million people died in Gaza, you will not flinch because their numbers have become so...
It's true.
See, it's nobody...
I don't disagree.
Nobody. So we go into these circular motions. How can we stop that again? No, there is killing happening every day. My wife's family have actually cheated death so far for 100 days because they've been running from Khan Yunis to Rafah, back to Khan Yunis, and they were told in the beginning that Khan Yunis and Rafah are the safe place because it's in the south. And then they were telling them, these are the safe path.
Yeah.
Take these three safe paths. These are the buses. They will run into the buses, and Israel will bomb the buses. After being guaranteed that this is a safe path. This is murder every day. So I don't know all of these circular wars about like river to the sea, what's happening. That doesn't make any sense while people are being killed every single day. We have a tragedy, a genocide, a Holocaust happening in Gaza, and everybody is just like playing their balls. It's like, what do you think about the economy? What do you think about Iran? What do you think about Iran? That's bullshit. There's killing happening right now, and we're just like watching it and trying to fill time with useless conversation.
But how do you fix it short term, though? Because short term...
Make Israel stop. There's no...
How do you do that? Okay.
Exactly. America has to tell Israel stop because basically Israel is a client state. It's taking all of its money in the States. It has actually sucked America dry with all of the money that is taking away from him, and yet it's not doing anything.
So why do you think Biden administration is not telling them to stop?
Because they are fucking cowards. Because it seems that every 4 years, every American president go and kiss the hand and bend the knees and go to AIPAC to make them sure that Israel is much more important in their foreign policy than America itself. And the only one who did not do it was Bernie Sanders, the only Jewish American candidate who refuses to go to AIPAC. And you cannot call that anti-Semitic, right? And you have to be very, very careful about being anti-Semitic or anti-Jew, because if you call me anti-Semitic, I'm just like, I'm going to fuck you, man. I'm not. Like my idol is Jon Stewart. Bernie Sanders, I voted for him for presidency. Is this whole thing about like using anti-Semitic and Islamophobe and all that you can do and transphobe to shut down the conversation? It's bullshit. You have a murderous country who have lied to the international community, who have actually neutered its own Ethiopian women because they didn't want black people to reproduce, who kidnapped Yemenis Jewish people from their parents, who have like countless atrocities, who even have zoning laws like Jim Crow. It's like, what are this? This is like a racist country that is supported by the United States, and it's killing. And you know, it's fine. There's a lot of racist country, horrible people, but I've never seen a country killing 30,000 people within 100 days. This is 10 times the number of Ukrainians being killed in Russia in 2 years. It does not make any sense. And about nuclear weapons, yes, they have calculated it. Right now, they've calculated the number of weapons that have, by the TNT, they have run like three nuclear weapons in a very, very small part. So it's really about the killing. Stop the killing, and then we can talk.
Yeah, but that's okay. So
that's that. Like, now let's not stop the killing. Let's talk more about circle stuff that doesn't make any sense.
What I'm saying is, Biden. No, I'm asking the question to say, we're so in too deep that the amount of parties involved is not as simple as stop the killing, because you know, the only way this works, and I know you're a diehard President Trump fan. I know you're a big fan of his, and you campaigned for him and all that stuff. I've heard you getting up there. You open up for him all the time, which is beautiful.
Oh, I love it. Oh, yeah. Trump. He's my favorite.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Why do you think, sometimes you sit there and you say, man, I can't stand that person. That person is da-da-da-da-da-da. And then, shit, maybe am I wrong myself? Maybe that guy's not as bad as I think that guy's. Fuck, there's no way in the world I can say anything good about him. No way. If I do, God forbid if I do, right? Okay. Do you think, like, every family, has that one tough guy in the family. And when that person is alive, nobody does anything stupid. Do you know what I'm talking? Every family has it. You have it. I have it. We all have it, right? It's an uncle. It's a grandfather. It's a father. It's somebody.
Is the
right?
bully?
He's not the bully. It's not the bully. It's the guy that doesn't allow the bully to bully. That guy. Okay. It's the guy that does...
protector, you mean?
Yeah, it's like the protector. It's kind of like you don't want to wake that guy up. Like, you know that one scene from Christopher Walken in a movie says, you know, every once in a while, the lion is sitting there, and they come and pull him, and they do this, and they do that.
The hyenas are biting his
Every
ankle.
once in a while, the lion has to wake up and tell everybody. Because everybody knows what the lion is capable of.
Yes.
Right? This is why people put on their house sign that says what? There's a vicious dog,
yeah.
you know, in the back, or this house believes in the Second Amendment. Whether they have a gun or not, the person that's trying to rob the house is going to say what? I don't want to go and rob a house that may have a gun in there, right? Mm-hmm. So that sign avoids conflict.
Yes.
Why do you think, Bassem? I'm so curious to know what kind of an answer you're going to give to this. Why do you think during Trump there was no war, no conflict, and we were expecting to see World War III under him? Why do you think?
I have no idea. And I think because maybe Trump, as much as I don't like him, he was kind of business oriented. He said, like, I'm not going to, how much will that war cost me? No, I'm not going to do that. So maybe that's the one thing. And that's kind of something to be good on his behalf, although I'm not a big fan. I have a problem with other policies, but yeah, I don't think. Yeah, maybe that's the only thing. That
but Bassem, what about?
Let me stay on this.
Go, because I was going to ask you a question too.
Because okay, on the spending side, it's going to cost us money. He said this. That's an interesting perspective. But okay, how about this one? How about the fact that, you know, he says, "Hey, you have a button. I have a bigger button. Hey, you do this. I know exactly where you are right now, and I can destroy you. I would much rather not." How about the fact that he put the fear in people that wanted to bully and take advantage of other people, so nobody did during his time?
Maybe, but you also have to remember that COVID came in right in the middle.
That was 3 years later. That was 3
No,
years.
that was actually
2.5 years later.
Yeah, but you know,
the first 2.5, or still, if the COVID came, you know, that's even a bigger opportunity. But
I have no clear answer. I'm the only thing is like, oh, this is going to cost us money. I don't want to spend money.
But you know what? Though, you're a smart guy and a reasonable guy. Because for me, like, if I were to sit there and say, you know, what did Clinton do? You know, I voted for Clinton. The freaking last time we had a balanced budget, him and Newt Gingrich worked together, right? Mm-hmm. So, you know, what did Reagan do? Reagan and Tip O'Neill would go have beer together afterwards as two Irishmen. They would fight throughout the day, but at 6 o'clock, they're at the bar sitting there having a drink together, right? You don't have to like the enemy or somebody that maybe policy-wise you disagree with. You may say, I don't agree with them on pro-life, pro-choice. I don't agree with them on blah, blah, blah. I don't agree with them on this. But holy moly, the temperature was super low during Trump than we have today. Everybody that was talking about Biden's a sweet man, he's a unifier, he's this, he's that. Dude, we got like, it's almost a World War III. Categorically, we can't say it, but there's a war going on right now.
Because he's supporting Israel.
But so did Trump, though.
Yeah, but Israel didn't do the attack during Trump.
And you know what Trump said about Netanyahu? Did you hear what Trump said about Netanyahu?
Right.
Can you pull up a clip about what Trump said about Netanyahu, where Trump said, after what happened with Qasem Soleimani, okay, you remember when he took out Qasem Soleimani, who was supposed to be like the next leader, he was the number 2 guy in Iran. He criticized Netanyahu and said he almost didn't trust him because when Netanyahu said he was going to be in it with him, he didn't. So the part about Trump is he doesn't have a problem criticizing. Wait,